Hello and welcome to All I Do Is Fail. I am your host Tom Elwes and I'm joined today, as ever, by my co-host Mr. Ali Words.
Okay, Tom, if you brought it up, yes, I did just do a free of charge gig to the NHS. You're quite right. I wasn't gonna send more people to hospital. I was the one who had to go to A&E afterwards. The things they threw at me.
I'm assuming you just were in a hospital ward and did an impromptu gig, and people.
Yeah. I was there because, it's the problem a lot of men have. My penis keeps going into me, but I won't get to that. I won't go into that. You know when you
reverse erection.
You know when you get attracted to something, and your dick goes in. Yeah. The erection.
Erection. Yeah. I've heard.
Fortunately, it's a small dick, so it's only about an inch. but an inch is bigger than you think when it's going into you, as I say to most women when we make love. Anyway, so yeah, you're quite right. Thank you for bringing that up, Tom. I don't want to go on about it, but yeah, I just got back from Royal London Hospital, did a gig for the people on the staff there.
Was it the staff or the patients?
Couldn't tell, mate. They were worked off their feet, bro. I don't know who the fuck was it. They all had shit on them. I don't know what that was about. It was.
Did they look happy that you were there, or did they look like we could be on break in a break room right now?
Yeah, well, I actually brought them from sort of surgery and stuff. I mean, come on, you know the way you sort of get audience from a pub downstairs, and you're like, free comedy going really well. He supported Russell. Wait for it, Kane, the least interesting one, the least exciting one. That's how the person introduced me, because he clearly never heard of Russell Kane. Because he was like, "Well, your credentials, you've been on TV." I was like, "Almost." You heard of BBC Radio 4 Extra?
Yeah.
And so I went, I've supported Russell Kane, and he went, "Okay, remember that, Richard Kane." And I was like, "Russell Kane." And then he went, and he's just come back from supporting on tour Russell, Brad. And everyone was like, "Brad, Howard, Kane."
And the crowd went wild, I'm assuming.
Yeah, they did. No, it was great. They were a lovely crowd until I told them the NHS was inefficient and should be privatised. But apart from that,
I'm with Bupa, fuck you all.
It's just like, I wouldn't come here. I'll charge them I've paid $6,000 for this. Got asked if I wanted to go down. I'm literally fresh off it at Royal London Hospital. And yeah, it was their break. And honestly, a lot of them were upset.
Yeah, I would be fuming. If someone made me go and watch a comedian when I could be sat in my break room, sat on my phone, I'd be livid.
It was the details were interesting. So the person introducing me said, and we're very lucky he's donated his time to be here. Not services or skills, just time of the day.
Like you have zero skills. Oh God, these are doctors. Compared to them, zero skills. Yeah, but obviously, well, that's interesting. Was there any other acts, or was it just you?
It was just me. It was for Wellbeing Week. The wellness officer there loves my videos, and she.
They must be so pissed off. They're like, the fucking wellness officers making us go watch a comedian on our break. God, we've got to do it as well. Oh, fuck's sake. I can feel the conversations going on with people. Just being like, they're going to make us.
The time. Beep, 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 beep. Just checking the time. Sorry, the gig is starting, guys. Quickly, we must stop their brain hemorrhage. Okay, I've just got to step out and watch. I actually slagged them off for that.
Mate, that's exactly like, this is like your HR video, the wellness officer. She's just like, literally, people would have been like, can we have more money? It's like, no, we're rolling in a comedian to cheer you all up.
That's why she got in touch with me, was the HR.
Oh, really? Because
she's like, we should do something like this.
For those who don't know, haven't seen that, Ali did a very funny viral sketch where pretending to be a HR officer, not offering people more money or time off, things that would actually benefit their mental health, but instead read a pamphlet or something. And then
there's an HR seminar.
Imitating life, imitating art
and all that shit. It really is. It really is. Do you know how I started?
Yeah.
Where they were like Ali Words and then went down and said, getting clapped by the NHS. This is nice.
They all stared at you blankly.
and then a couple of them left. I bet there was still one left. I don't think he worked there.
The bins guy.
Well, every time the beep went off, I just said another death.
Yeah.
They loved all that shit. When I actually did my interesting comedy material, they didn't care. When I was slagging them off, I talked about A&E waiting times.
Yeah, loved it.
And they were loving that shit. Yeah. Oh God! But anytime I said, anyway, here's a bit about me, they sort of started going back to patients. I was like, rude.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyway,
I did a gig yesterday to mums and babies.
Oh yeah.
Room full of mums and babies.
Was it? It's trying to pull.
Yeah, always. Room full of mums and babies. And then one bloke in the front, he'd just come by himself, never been to a comedy show before, and opted for mums and babies to be his first gig.
Sorry.
Yeah.
He should not be allowed in.
I know. I didn't think that. I said, have you got a kid? And he was like, no.
He was like, yeah, not yet.
Put your phone away.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just in a long coat.
Yeah.
Couldn't see anything underneath. What did you say? What did he say for himself?
He just said he'd just never been to comedy, and he realised there was comedy going on, and he fancied it.
And I've been stalking this mum for the last.
Yeah,
just came into the room.
Yeah, actually, in hindsight, pretty weird.
So it was all mums and babies. Were there fathers and babies?
There were some fathers.
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
Someone bought a 4-day-old baby, which is mad. 4 days.
I didn't think I was going to end in baby. I thought I was going to say food or something. Like that.
Yeah.
4-day-old hummus or something.
Yeah,
Like that.
I've got things in my fridge older than 4 days.
The baby's fresh out of the hospital. The dad's like, "Come on, mate, I want to go
Get down some entertainment."
Yeah,
entertainment. Yeah. Normally people at least a couple of months, but 4 days. I was like,
Wow.
fair fucks to you lot.
So what do you do in a mother baby gig?
I start off by saying, "What's up, motherfuckers?"
Actually, yeah.
Yeah.
They love it.
And then I sort of like pick
Baby
the
starts
ugliest baby, and I'll be
Yeah.
like, "Well, yours is the rotter."
It's like if you ever do a
You win a pint.
Yeah. If you ever do a PTA gig, something I always enjoy, I just go, right, who's got the dumbest kid?
Yeah.
Go on, who is it? You look like you've got a dumb one.
And then I go one by one, and I sort of do a bit of crowd work where I predict the sort of life outcome for their child, dependent on the parents and what they do.
Oh,
So,
really?
Yeah, they love it.
That's I bet. Yeah. Well, where was this gig? Somewhere plush.
No, it's Balham. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So,
a lot of lawyers, consultants.
A lot of that. And then
But then you're like, and you're the Trustafarian. I'm sorry.
But yeah, it was interesting. Interesting set of gigs. And
Do you do jokes to try and make the babies laugh? Do you get out your keys and shit?
Yeah. The whole set. That's. No, you play it like any other gig. You ignore the babies and you plough straight.
Yeah. You go, fuck off.
Yeah.
Who's crying? Shut up.
Yeah.
It's a comedy show.
If a baby does cry, I say, kick him out.
Yeah, have a word.
Get him, and I get security.
Tap on the shoulder.
And
The mum just gives the baby to the security. See you later.
The best thing about it though, they all arrive about 11:30. Gig starts about 12:30. All getting on it. All absolutely session pints. Loving
Really?
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good times.
But they're pinting.
Yeah.
New parents.
Yeah. Mate, you're breastfeeding. You're burning calories.
They're
Get some
like,
Guinnesses in.
They're like, world's going to end in 10 years. This kid ain't getting anywhere.
Don't matter.
Just fucking get a session.
matter.
Apocalyptic child. Oh, fair enough.
In hindsight, that's probably why the parents of the 4-day-old one were there. She hasn't had no drinking all that time in like 4 days.
Oh, she was getting on it.
Yeah. All the mums getting on it.
Yeah. Did you go? You lost a bit of weight. That's a nice one. I thank you anyone who came to my preview in Angel last night. Very lovely, lovely little crowd. And afterwards, I went to do some work. I set up in a pub.
Yeah.
Which was, have you ever been to the Steam Passage?
Yeah. That's one of the few remaining. That and the famous cock are the two remaining Islington boozers in Angel, and that is proper
under £5 a Guinness, £4.90.
Yeah.
£4.90.
Yeah. The locals in there's always police outside. That's all I'll say.
Well, this is what you're like. You're like, if the pint's this much, I'm gonna have to pay for it in another way.
Yeah.
It's like a sort of a monkey's paw witch style of the pints are cheap, but you will have to pay for repairing surgery. But I like it. I really like it in there because people just leave you alone. People just.
Well, that's because there's normally so many solo male drinkers in there.
They
don't give you a wide berth.
I had a Guinness, had my laptop, watched Andy Murray get beat. I said, boo.
I wasn't happy about that either. He's choking.
But he's not fit, is he? He's not got any.
Well, I think he's 36 and hip surgery. Whatever.
But Eisner must be similar age. He's been around for ages. The old Mahout Eisner, that was about 10 years ago, wasn't that?
I don't know. Was that a thing? I don't know.
The longest ever tennis game in history. Well, definitely at Wimbledon in history. It's like fucking. It's like obviously it's 5 sets and then it's fucking like 100 games or whatever on the last. Because when you go to, I forgot how much I like tennis.
Well, everyone does, and then the football stops, and then everyone gets really into tennis.
Yeah. Tennis. I'm not going to turn the football off to watch Nadal, Djokovic, the best. I wouldn't watch the best tennis players in the world. No. Oh, Djokovic won. Oh, well done. And he goes, "This is why you don't take the vaccine." I'm like, "Okay, I'm turning off tennis." How annoying is that he's the best in the world? I just saw Andy Murray get knocked out, and then there was just an interview. Novak Djokovic won like 6-0, 6-love, 6-love.
You know why I'm so strong? You know why I'm so strong?
Yeah. it is okay because vaccine makes your right hand very weak, very like woman. He didn't say that. He did not say that. He said like he's gay. No, he didn't say that. Did not say that. Did not, for legal reasons. Novak Djokovic did not say that. But yeah, let's talk about it. You into Wimbledon?
I mean, yeah, I watched it for the first time yesterday. I watched Murray getting. I thought he was going to come back, and then
Mate, it was sick. Yeah, he did well.
That was good. That was fun. And then just. Have you ever been to Wimbledon?
Yeah, have you?
I've never been.
Oh,
and I had tickets.
You would have a great time.
I had tickets for next Thursday because my mum couldn't go, and I was like, sick, I'm going.
She's having some operation, whatever. She said, I can come. Oh, fucking boring, Wimbledon. You know what I mean?
Calling up my mates, being like, we're going, lads.
Yeah.
And then she's like, actually, no, you can't change the names on the ticket at all. So, unless I was going to say my name was Liz. It's not gonna...
You can be Liz Elwes. I got wigs. Have you not got wigs?
Just sketch wigs.
Surely nowadays you can just walk up and go Liz Elwes, and they could go, and you have to go, yeah. And they go, yeah, and you go.
I think that's the controversy of Wimbledon about right there. That's Daily Mail fodder all over the shop right there. Wimbledon refused trans. Yeah.
Wimbledon, they don't care. They're like, they're sort of like, yes, go do that down at the Tiddlywinks tournament. This is Wimbledon. We still have men's and women's competition. We don't have a whatever that is competition. You know,
middle ground category. Yeah, I want to go though. It looks like a laugh. Looks like a lot.
Mate, it's great. Honestly, everything's fucking expensive, but it's great. I went probably at the wrong. No, I went just after school, 18. Me and my mate went down.
You and the lad sneaking in a flask.
No, of Robinson's.
Yeah.
The squash there is fucking £4 a pint for a squash.
Oh my God.
But no, it's honestly, it's wicked, mate. If you get a nice day, especially, you just walk around, and it's like if you're into tennis at all, it's like all the best footballers in the world just being around. It's like, fucking like Neymar, just watching him warm up, and then he goes on centre court, and then you've got the women's footballers. I don't need to go through them. We all know who they are. But all the you got all the big names,
the big ones
of tennis.
Yeah.
But you're so close to them because obviously the tough thing is there's centre court, court 1 and 2, where you have to have tickets to go into. We managed to get on centre court to watch Murray through. People leave and they hand their ticket back in. You can get it for a tenner. So we got to watch him do his last 2 sets against Kyrgios. No, not Kyrgios. No, not that good. What was the other? It's Greek. Kyrgios isn't Greek, but it was a Greek guy.
Kyrgios?
No, that's true. Have we tried Kyrgios? Samaras, the old Greek footballer that everyone knew.
Falaka.
No, anyway. Get Gallagher or something like that. Giriagu. That was it. Giriagu.
Okay,
Yeah.
That sounds right.
Yeah. Anyway, but it's wicked, man. It's really good, but everything's expensive. You're like, can I just get a fucking orange juice? And they're like, there you go, £6.50, and you go, okay, thank you.
Good.
And
how much strawberries and cream?
Huh?
Strawberries and cream, right? Rip off as well.
I couldn't afford it. It was at my price range. They said you can have a strawberry, £7.50. No, strawberries and cream we did have, but I think almost you're getting into double figures there. They're like £11.50.
Wow.
They're not messing about. But also you have a lot of. I mean, this was 2012 as well.
Okay.
You've got a lot of blokes who look about maybe 44 in double-breasted blazers and tennis blazers with a wife that looks 26 and doesn't look like she likes talking. Like just
so the dream.
Glam. And you know what? I'm just saying, we should get back to that. Yeah, mate.
20, what happened?
Yeah. I feel like if I
only a decade ago.
You look at some people where you're like, if I went and said, hey, how are you? They would just look another way. Like they're the sort of people they were with. Like huge sunglasses, immaculate dress. Yeah. The bloke sort of receding hairline.
Yeah, works in finance.
100%. And Charles Turret or like Ralph Lauren.
We stop plugging Charles Turret on the podcast.
Charles Turret.
The 4th time you brought it up.
It's the only shirt company I know.
It's not even a good shirt company. It's very shit shirt.
It's like the best one. It's like the best one. Damn, those people are down at Charles Turret. I spent 200 grand. 200 grand I don't have.
As I said, Charles Turret, I said this last week, if you want to sponsor us, I know we've got Manscaped now, but we would also...
No, we had
Manscaped.
They're done.
We're over with them. But yeah, Charles Turret.
Do you wear their boxers, Manscaped boxers?
I mean, if they paid me again, I would.
No,
but-
it's in the box that you.
Yeah,
can
I know, but I'm not putting them on until I get some more moolah through the door. Oh, I drive a hard bargain.
Yeah, fair. I like.
I did my advert for Head and Shoulders.
Oh, you've done. I've still got. I don't mind. We both. If you didn't know,
sold out for the money of a quality brand that we both love. So
yeah, until I think the contract's 60 days.
Yeah.
Let you know what I think. But yeah, I mean, how did your Head and Shoulders? Did you do the line?
Yep. Yep. And you know what? I'm happy about it for legal. Yeah. Yep. Let's just move on and we'll talk about it in 60 days.
You know what happened to me with that, right? So me and Tom have both been employed to promote a fantastic shampoo brand.
This is when we should bring up and reiterate that yes, we took the shampoo brand, but remember that we turned down the vape brand.
We turned down that was offering like hundreds of thousands of pounds.
50 grand we turned down, just so you all know that.
Yeah, to illegally
promote vapes.
Illegally advertise a thing that wasn't legal in this country, I think, you know. So I recorded it. I was up against it. I was recording it. I then went to hang with my girlfriend because whatever, get over it.
You're a feminist, I got it.
Because she's fucking badgering on about you spend time together. I'm doing gigs, mate.
Yeah.
Trying to earn a crust.
Shut up and film.
Exactly. Yeah. You're holding the camera wrong. I watched a couple like that at London Bridge one time. There was this bloke. I assume they were together, and the lady. It was like golden hour, whatever. It's a nice backdrop. And she was just posing by the river, like that, posing. And he was just taking photos. His face, taking the photos like that. No expression, just like he was waiting for a bus. And then immediately she'd switch back into like, let me see, get the photo. And then she started giving him tips and being like, okay, do this. And then they were there. Because we started watching them. And then they were there for maybe 12, 13 minutes. Then there was a guy with a proper camera. She went up to the guy with the proper camera and we were like, oh,
no.
She's not going to say, my boyfriend is a fucking prick. Can't take a photo. And I just thought you'd like to. But she was actually asking him to take a photo of both of them. So that was
I remember one time in Ibiza, I watched this girl and she was create a heart out of shells, and she was going to lie, and she was lying in the shells taking photos, and the boyfriend was going off and finding more shells for her. She was critiquing the shells that he was bringing. Jesus. She'd be like, is that? And she'd be like, no, shit, go find another one. That's where we could all end up, ladies and gentlemen. That's where we're going. That's where we're headed.
Well, yeah, that's the tax you pay.
One day you're living the dream with your mates and having a good time. The next day you're collecting shells. Okay, you're on a beach collecting shells,
collecting shit shells.
Yeah,
collecting, not for fun. So anyway, I went over to my girlfriend's, and I was like, and then I just realised, I was like, oh fuck, I said the wrong line. I said the line slightly wrong. I was like, they definitely made me change that. So I was like, we got to go back, and she's going away. We're both going to be away for a week. So this was supposed to be our time together. I was like, we've got to go back and record. So she watched me, just came back, just set it up, got in costume again, and then it's a loincloth. And then she like went, well, maybe we could do something. I was like, get off me, I'm filming. Fuck, get off. And then and just laughed at me as I did the line.
Yeah, and you went
with complete conviction.
For this date.
So exactly. Where do you think Nando's comes from? Do you think it grows on trees? Not at all, mate.
This is the serious money.
Speaking of which, if Nando's does want to sponsor me, Tom, this podcast or whatever, happy.
100%.
Black card, want it.
Yeah, that's all we want. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to move on to our first section of All I Do Is Fail, and that is Agony Uncle, but not in a weird way.
Agony Uncle, but not in a weird way. Firstly, I want to just recap on the previous Agony Uncle that went viral that we discussed. Not viral really, but viral for the common
folk.
Person. Yeah. But that
provoked a lot of rage.
Provoked a lot of rage. We're finally reaching our audience that we want of incels and men who had their heart broken at 13 and have never got over it. So we just have from the person whose story it was just this: his mum absolutely did not die.
Oh, amazing.
So there you go. Okay, so we move on to fail mail. Now, this is, of course,
you
when
mean Agony Uncle.
That's the one. So I'm skipped. Yeah, and that was Agony Uncle, everyone. That's how we're making our way through this. We move on, to Agony Uncle, and this is where, if you've never listened to this podcast, where you've been, thanks for joining. This is where you send in a certain life drama you have at the moment. Oh, by the way, shout out Alexandra Haddo, who has been on this show as a guest, getting signed by Avalon.
Oh.
Fantastic work.
Well
and
done.
We like to think this was the podcast that changed your fortunes.
A lot of jumping points for a lot of people.
There you go. That's the NHS stuff.
Yeah.
This
You recorded that on your phone.
yeah. We haven't actually chatted to Victoria.
Oh, sorry.
Producer Victoria.
Hello.
We're having a producer who sort of slickly does the tech instead of gets involved in the chat.
Almost like that's the job description.
Yeah. Yeah.
Phoebe.
To be honest, it would be amazing. I don't think Phoebe has once yet produced Slick.
Phoebe brings a lot to this podcast. She's absolutely fantastic, but she would have at least been up twice during this to change the camera focus.
Go get a delivery or something.
So, Victoria, how are you doing?
I'm doing all right. I've just eaten a Greek salad and I feel a bit sick.
Okay, there you go. Well, that's.
Come on down and get the Greek salad.
This is the one we were talking about last week where they fart in the hummus, wasn't it? Mysterious.
Oh yeah, Lucas was saying he starts rumours about people who work here, and he started a rumour that the girl in the Greek place farts in the hummus.
What?
Yeah. He tells everyone, all the staff, that she just goes back there and just farts on the hummus.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Maybe that's why you feel a bit sick. So,
that's what I'm thinking. It cuts together. Vittorio has his own podcast as well. Vittorio, what is the name of the podcast?
It's called Vittorio's Podcast.
Well, that is a good name. That's a good name, isn't it?
You were thinking about that all fucking night. You were
amazing.
just like,
but the mind of a comic
could come up with.
That's what that is. So you can check that out for more interviews and Vittorio himself. And obviously Vittorio's got his own comedy, and he will be doing a show in Edinburgh as well if you're going up.
2:05 every day. Translations at the Monkey Bar Comedy.
2:05 every day translations. So there you go. Check that out. And now, if you just shut your mic off, very good. So
and we're done.
And we're done with that way. Speaking of producer Lucas, though, by the way, so Patreon backers, you will know this already. Me and Tom partied on Saturday, and I met Ali, the other Ali, right?
Oh yeah, he met the other Ali. Yeah.
This happened. Patreon.com/AIDIFpod. If you want to donate to our Patreon, you get an extra episode every week where we dish out the juicy gossip from the weekend, right?
We talk about our private lives.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
In gross detail.
It is gross. But who else was there was producer Lucas, right? So this is what happened.
Producer on it, Lucas.
Producer Dirty Chirps Lucas.
Flexing, being like, yeah, I'm going to LA.
Yeah,
you ever been to LA?
Yeah.
Who you going with? No one. Myself. Not my mum and dad. Shut up.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. I'll meet you when I'm out there.
Yeah.
Oh, it can't be Thursday because we've got a dinner booked.
Go to Disney World, innit?
But we'll have to find a new name for GCSE Lucas now. He's finished his GCSEs. Maybe it'll be Dirty Chirps Lucas or something like that, or LA Lucas. But he was definitely going around being like, my parents said I can bring a +1 to Maldives. So
no, producer Vittorio, do you know how many holidays producer Lucas goes on? The man is always on holiday because his parents have taken him to the Maldives skiing and they're about to take him to LA.
Is he one of these constantly on holiday guys?
Yeah.
I mean, all the producers in here seem to be Arslan's away all the time. Lucas is away all the time.
Arslan's a wavy guy. He's probably going to come back. Hey man, I was on some pirate ship for 4 months. Yeah, I got on at Green Park and then just ended up in like the Atlantic Ocean. Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Yeah, made a documentary.
Made some film. Met a nice guy. Have you heard of Seal?
Yeah.
He was there. It's a cool dude. Cool guy. And then what are you doing today? I'm sleeping in the studio.
His story of him sleeping in here was absolutely excellent.
So good. So, producer Lucas, right? Do you want to hear the gossip? This is the gossip live on the podcast.
I mean,
right?
I saw him chirpsing.
So he's chirpsing. He's going around chirpsing. Everything else. He's just chatting. He's in his denim jacket. He's feeling himself. Whatever.
Yeah. Mullet on point. Mullet on point.
He learned because he started going around being like, yeah, mate, have you heard of All I Do Is Fail? But everyone kept saying, no, what the fuck is that? So he was going to say, I produced that, but he was like, I don't know either. So he was talking to a friend of mine, former neighbour.
Okay.
Now, I met up with the neighbour, the old neighbour, the friend. When she came, I was like, "How's it going? Is your boyfriend not coming tonight?" And then and she said, "Oh no, he's not coming." I was like, "Okay, cool." Then I saw them chatting for a while. Afterwards, Lucas comes up to me and he goes, "I'll make up her name. I was getting on with Philandra."
Okay.
So he says to me, "Oh, I'm getting on pretty well with Philandra," and I was like, "Oh, nice." And then he's like, he's doing a very Year 11 smile of like, very well. like, do you want to ask any more questions?
Sex is on the cards.
Then I went, oh, did you go off with her? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, oh, I thought she had a boyfriend. And he goes, what? And I'm like, oh no, she might not. Maybe, I don't know. I thought she did. And then he's like, oh God. I was like, oh, crack on, man. Don't worry about it. Like, I don't know. Like, And then Philandra comes up to me later and goes, why'd you tell Lucas I have a boyfriend? And I was like, you do, don't you? And she was like, yeah, I do.
Oh, shit.
But then she's like, but I'm breaking up with him next week. And I was like, all right, okay, getting it in early. Yeah. Lining them up.
Can't wait for Agony Uncle from her next week.
Yeah, literally, yeah. So bless you, Lucas, but you're breaking Homewrecker Lucas.
That's maybe what we'll call him.
Yeah, but Homewrecker Lucas, right? I never tell him why.
Yeah.
I don't get why you guys are saying that.
No, it's not.
So, this is Agony Uncle, where you send in the problems and life dramas you've got. God bless you. We try and help. Also, I will say I'm still on my mood of I want chaos.
Okay.
So this is from someone who says she's been speaking with her friend from Texas every day for weeks. We did the same thing in 2016 and had a falling out. We have been really flirty and such, is how they say it.
And such.
This is someone messaging from the 1860s America. It's a prospector.
Okay.
We have been really flirty and such. To be fair, I think she sounds American if she's friends in Texas, potentially. Yeah. Last Friday, I hadn't heard from him, which was really unusual. I just sent him a quick message that I hope everything is okay. He messaged back, I'm so sorry, love. It's just been a Friday.
Okay.
Etc. But then I didn't hear from him Saturday or Sunday. I messaged him again on Sunday and said basically the same thing. Hope everything is okay. He said he had some stuff going on and needs some time to just hate life, etc. Anyways, I'm a helper. I want to be there for people, and I'm really struggling not texting and trying to get him to talk to me about what's going on. I texted him yesterday just saying, hey, I'm thinking about you, hope everything's okay. And he just said, I'm fine. Just going through the motions like I always do. Like, I don't know what to do. How do I be there for him without being too much and annoying? He's also had a drug problem a few years ago, and about a year ago, and went when he was in his early 20s. I'm the only person who knows about the one recently. Well, until now. So welcome to
his name. All I do is expose.
Yeah, Vittorio Angeloni. So he makes me even more worried about him.
Okay.
What do you do, Tom? So you've got a mate out in Texas. You're messaging. It's been quite flirty, been chatty. You're messaging every day, and you know they have issues with drugs.
Yeah.
Then suddenly it goes quiet, and they're very short in response. And what do you do?
I think leave him alone. let him do the drugs. Yeah.
You got a friend in me. Let him do the drugs.
He's having a good time. He doesn't want to speak to you.
Do you reckon that's it? Or do you reckon that's
I think if he's spiraling on drugs, yeah, he's definitely not going to speak to you. If you get really worried, as long as you're still getting replies when people are a bit strung out, as long as you're still getting replies.
Still getting replies is a good sign.
That's a good sign. That's positive. You start getting no replies for weeks on end, contact one of his mates, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. And that's all you do.
That's what else you
try
do.
And call, maybe escalate to a call or something like that. Fly out to Texas.
What if he's not on drugs and he just doesn't like her and she's just being annoying?
But it could be. It sounds like they fell out before, so it could.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to say. Those messages just sound like he's trying to ghost her in a nice way.
Yeah. Are they banging? We're reading between the lines.
Well, I think he's in Texas, and I don't think she is. So.
Well, did they when they were?
Well, I mean, the use of the word sort of flirty does suggest
that there was previous tension.
There's a bit of something potentially going on. So flirty way. So what? Okay, let me change it, Tom, slightly. So instead of being a mate and someone you've known for a long time, it's just a fit girl. Then what do you do?
And you think she's strung out on drugs?
And you
keep sending her money.
Yeah.
Simple.
Send her money for the flight home.
Yeah.
Oh, it must have gone. She's like
a fit girl who you've never spoken to.
Yeah. I just met her on Instagram.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's happened before. It's not the first time.
What do you do in that situation, Tom?
She said,
she's absolutely flamed.
Yeah, I know.
And you've been flirting for ages, day after day, messaging, and then suddenly goes quiet. What'd you do then?
She told me she had some enemies and she needed to sort it out. And I sent her the money.
You go to Texas like Keanu Reeves, like John Wick.
Yeah. I'm here to rescue you. And she's like, all right, go to the ATM. That's how you rescue me.
Exactly. Yeah. Oh, I just love you so much as a friend.
Reminds me of those. Do you ever remember those like Channel 5 documentaries? And it was always just like a sort of middle-aged lady from the UK, and then she meets some bloke on the beach in Turkey, and then she's like, oh my god, I love him. Some like 24-year-old, and she's like, this is the absolute love of my life. And then as soon as they get married, and he's got a green card, he's gone.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And then it turns out he had a girlfriend the whole time.
And like a wife and kids and stuff.
Exactly. But it is funny how I think it's funny the way social norms are with gender and dating, because because when like that happens to a bloke with a woman, you're just like, yeah, he's a fucking idiot, and she's just, you know, she's using what I gave her. Like,
you're an idiot.
yeah. But then when it happens to like a woman, you're like, this is the Tinder swindler documentary. Well, it's not even this. It's like, I don't think it's more that like there's more damnation of it, but it's just like the curiosity of like, so a woman just fell for a man's tricks. Whereas like when a man falls for like a woman with big boobs, everyone just agrees it's not one documentary. Have you seen her tits, mate? Fucking, of course he sold his house and broke up with his wife.
It's just, it happens so often with blokes. Literally, that's why OnlyFans exists, so rad blokes can give girls with big boobs money. Like it's not even a debate.
It's just so funny. And then I watched. Did you watch Tinder Swindler?
Yeah, of course.
So I didn't watch it, because I only heard about it from my mates who watched it.
Oh, you got to watch it.
And they said what was funny was that he tricked women by listening.
Yeah.
They were like, he wasn't like the other guys. He brought up conversations that we had previously.
Yeah.
That's how low the bar is for men in dating.
He did also have...
So I gave him $120,000.
No. Why he was good, though, is because he showed them all the life, right? So he showed them all. He would fly them in a private jet and stuff. So, like, normally, if someone was, like, bullshitting online and it was, like, clearly photoshopped with bags of cash or whatever, you'd be like, well...
That's what I've got.
Exactly. Your entire dating profile.
I'm not good at Photoshop. I'm still using paint. Yeah. Got the white marks
Sack
around.
of cash.
Yeah, and it's like a clip art cash. It's like I've just cut the Hamburglar just slightly.
The bad sunglasses just like on like a money hat.
Exactly. Yeah. It's not working.
Yeah, but what he was smart. He would show them the life, but he would fly them on a private jet. So like, they were thinking, well, clearly he's flown me on a private jet, so he's obviously got the money. You know, he's not bullshit.
Yeah. No, sure, smart. So what would you do with this in this situation, Vittorio? If you've got a friend that you sort of like and care about, and they're just stop replying to you, and you're worried they're doing drugs?
Do the good Texas thing and just abort the relationship.
God, wow.
Well, that's actually illegal right now. So,
yeah, exactly. Yeah, definitely not in Texas. Yeah. We should briefly talk about that. As there's three blokes
this is what they want.
It's
we spoke about it on the Patreon. But,
we did. It's absolutely. If you want to go as a Patreon, we spoke about it. But it's absolutely.
What they hear two white guys talk about abortion.
What's race got to do with abortion?
Sign up the Patreon.
And they're white.
Don't bring it up. Don't bring up race. Doesn't need to be in it.
If there's something that brings all races together.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, obviously that is actually insane, and we hope everyone's okay.
Yeah, we genuinely do. Like we could, I don't know. It's quite baffling, mind baffling that this has happened over.
Yeah, going backwards. So what you would do, Vittorio, is
I think it seems like he's not keen, and I know there's that worry with the drug stuff, but from those messages, and I assume she's copied them word for word, it just seems like he's going, oh, it's a bit, you know, when you're trying to like, you're just like, oh, I'm a bit hectic, and when once you get like 3 I'm a bit hectic messages, you're like, okay,
he's Homer Simpsoning into the bush, you know, he's backing out of that, smiling and waving.
Yeah, probably, and he probably just you got other things going on. Sometimes you message someone a lot when you bored. I'm not even joking though. That's what happens, and you end up and then your life gets a bit more interesting, and you stop messaging.
Yeah,
he's found a new series to watch.
Yeah, literally. Yeah. Do you know what I would do? I would send him messages like, "Just doing drugs now, haha. What about you?"
Wait, you would send him?
I would send him a message saying, "Just doing drugs." Lol. What are you up to? Are you?
Drugs are so fun.
Yeah. Send him messages like that. Yeah. Like, just really into drugs at the moment. Don't say any. Just drugs will be fun.
A couple of needle emojis. And
Yeah. Like, I'm high, on drugs. What about you? You
too?
Yeah, you too. Lol.
Yeah.
And then
lol. Once he replies, over text intervention.
Yeah.
Because that's what he'll like. And just bombard him and get all his mates as well, just messaging. Because that's the future. We're going to have intervention by text.
Send him a 16-minute voice note.
Yeah. I fucking hate voice notes. People who voice note need to just stop.
Oh, that'd be good for you, dyslexic.
No, it's such an arrogant thing. It's just like a one-sided conversation.
Yeah. So I had a falling out recently with a friend.
To get voice note.
No, the opposite. And over something very silly. But our friendship has been quite ups and downs. You know, the highs are high and the lows are low sort of friendship. And it ended with,
He said Eric Cantona was not the best Man United striker, and I was like, no.
how can you go into
you
next
mad?
season with
You
Wan-Bissaka still as first choice right back? Do you understand how Ten Hag plays? Saw that. There's a tweet going around that's got Man United Twitter absolutely crazy because it's just like some actual training and people are like, what the fuck's going on? Some coaching's going down at Carrington. Anyway, but yeah, it ended. She sent me a 4.5 minute voice note and I haven't listened to it. I'm not gonna 4.5 minutes. I'm not gonna listen to 4.5 minutes of someone.
Just give me the notes.
Yeah, not getting into.
I would just text her, I don't remember subscribing to your podcast.
Yeah.
Jill said, I never did to yours. You and everyone else, mate. You and everyone else. Yeah, so I'd send that. I'd say, I'm doing drugs. Maybe use Photoshop and Photoshop in some pills. Jeanette. I'd be like, lol, Tuesdays, am I right? And then just see.
Get a bit of
Set the hook out.
bit of talcum powder, make yourself look like you've done some drugs.
Lol.
Yeah.
Just going down to the park to do some cocaine.
Yeah.
So you could phone the DEA and like give them his address.
Get him arrested.
What? Swat him. Swat him. Swat the man. That. If we've
He's a
solved
terrorist.
anything here, you need to swat him. You need
It's
to
terrorist activity.
call in a bomb threat at his house, and then it will be solved.
Yeah.
That's it.
But I'm a big fan. Victoria, I was telling Tom last week, I feel like as I'm sort of approaching my 30s, my life in general is getting a lot more boring. And so I'm now reverse. I'm steering into the chaos. I want more
You
stuff.
want more
Like,
chaos?
after our party, my housemates were like, it's great there was no drama. I was like, that's what you want at the party, man.
Drama
You want
goes.
people getting on with people they shouldn't be,
Yeah.
people having an argument and a fight and that and falling out and making up and breaking things. Like, that is party time.
The
bro.
older you get, it's just like the more the drama is. Like the drama in your early 20s is just like they got off with someone and then you go your separate ways. Drama in your late 20s into 30s is we're getting divorced.
Yeah, I mean, well, that's the problem. You don't want that drama.
Yeah.
Give it another 10 years.
Yeah.
And then suddenly you're like, oh, Alan's here. Freshly divorced Alan.
Yeah.
He's got a 6-pack of vodka. What the- Just don't go near him. Oh, Alan, mate, you're all right.
Yeah, there's children crying tonight because of this.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. When you get the couple turning up who've literally just had an argument, as soon as you open the door, they've stopped it. Go, hey, you all right? And yeah. Couldn't find anywhere to park.
Yeah.
Like,
Tough.
That's what it's coming to.
Ali,
Yeah.
do you think you have the capacity to be an agent of chaos? You can bring the chaos to your
I
life.
used to be. I'm quite a chaotic drunk sometimes, depending on what mood I'm in. Because one of my worst traits is I'm a truth bomb drunk. So I use that opportunity to be like, you should go therapy. Like,
You should lose weight. Yeah.
yeah. But don't work at a job you don't want to be at. Just why you do it? You're wasting your life and all that stuff. And then I think it's sort of like inspiring. But it comes across just like you're a fucking loser, man. You're wasting your time.
Ali turns into Gary V
Yeah,
when he gets
exactly.
drunk.
Literally, honestly.
How old are you? 30? Loads of time.
I
mate.
wish I had that time. I wish.
Are you on TikTok?
Start a YouTube channel. Start a YouTube channel right now.
Yeah, exactly. That's basically what I'm like. So we have one more fail mail here.
Okay.
I dumped my ex because he was saying things but doing the opposite. But now I really miss him.
Okay.
What do you do in that situation, Tom?
Well, you made the right move because it sounds like he was saying things like, I didn't cheat on you. And he just did. So you made the right
I'm not
move.
shagging
there.
your sister.
Oh.
But you were shagging your sister. Yeah, but I'm not.
Yeah. I mean, always, actions always speak louder than words. So always remember that, especially when it comes to men and
Yeah.
relationships.
That's what you got to remember about this podcast, right?
Mm.
Yeah? We turn up every week. That's the action. Doesn't matter what we say. The words, irrelevant.
We're here.
We're here. That's the point.
Yeah.
Yeah?
A lot of people say that about our gigs as well. Doesn't
Exactly.
matter.
I'm here, mate.
That's the.
We're more present than some people's fathers.
Yeah. Yeah.
Including Tom's son.
Yeah. I've said this many times. I see Ali much more than I see my family.
Yeah.
Much.
Yeah.
Much.
And I see Tom's partner as
Yeah.
he does as well. What do you do? So you would just say, no, you got to get over it. No getting back together.
Well, it depends how bad the lies were, but it sounds like he was just lying a lot.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think you made a right move there. From that snippet of information, you made a
Imagine
pretty
if
good
it was
move.
Oh, I put the fork back in the drawer and it's just on top of the drawer. It's in there. It's
She's
just on the
insane and got
surface,
OCD.
she's gone, why'd you do this? No, but he sounds like a prick though. If someone, it's true. I judge
Yeah.
by actions. I don't worry about the lip service. Victoria, what would you do in this situation?
Well, as an Irish person, my auntie always said Irish people will promise you the world but won't ever do anything.
That's
so
true.
I'm on his side.
Okay.
an Irish.
You're only Irish. That's why we brought him on.
Yeah,
So,
you should get into it.
Yeah.
Enjoy. It's nice he's saying nice things, isn't it?
Accept his
He
life.
doesn't have to do that. He doesn't have to do that.
Don't you feel good when he says he's going to do nice things? Just hold on to that when he doesn't.
Exactly. That's details. You know what I mean?
But he's coming back.
It's nice that he's suggesting a trip to Venice. You know, obviously he's gone to Magaluf with the lads, but that's nice that he suggested that.
He meant Little Venice.
Yeah.
Paddington's going to pub there. You know, there's no place.
I agree with you, Tom. I think don't get back to him. But having said that, my new chaotic energy, what I think she should do,
Get yourself back in there.
get back in there and start
Marry him.
do it to him. No,
Have a baby.
then
What? Okay.
start doing it to him. Just message him.
Taste
say,
of your own medicine.
Yeah,
Yes.
literally. I'm gonna give you head when I get home. Fall asleep immediately. Just do that.
Don't even come home.
Don't
No.
even. Yeah. No, I want. You know, I say this to my girlfriend so much. I want to do that so badly to someone, where I just go, anyway, see you in a bit, and then just never see them again. Like, or just be like, I'm just gonna get something from the kitchen. Then just leave and then never, and then change my address, and then they'll be like, what a mindfuck that would be. Imagine. Do you
Do you have an abandonment
Yeah,
fantasy?
you've got something. That's a weird thing.
No,
That's,
but imagine. If someone did that to me, I'd be like, fair play. If one of my,
I'll hold you to that because one day I'm just going to be like,
no,
it's
but
popping out.
if you did that, and then I went to your flat, and
Yeah.
they were like,
Go on.
never heard of Tom, and then I.
Oh,
like,
you mean
that's what I'm
like
saying,
it's like a
proper,
film?
No,
Yeah,
proper like. Yeah, I'd be like, I can't. I want to know so bad what happened, but I'll take my hat off. I mean properly, like. They go to my flat, go to like a gig, and they're like, I've never heard, like everyone's like, I've never heard of Ali Woods. Who the hell's that? Like, that'd be incredible.
Okay.
You want to be a wizard?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He wants to experience a psychotic break. Is what you're after.
I mean, that'd be insane.
He wants to Shutter Island
Yeah.
himself.
Yeah. Could you imagine? I think just those moments that tip everything upside down. You'd just be like, God, am I the villain? What
Ali, I'm
happened?
starting to think your life is boring and you need more excitement because all we've talked about is wanting to cause more chaos and Shutter Island and have yourself and have a psychotic break. This is how you get your kicks. You're not getting enough stimulation. You need to have a word with people in your life.
He's in his Shutter Island phase.
Yeah.
Ali has witness protection fantasies.
Yeah.
I just got two men in suits and hats turn up to Vauxhall Comedy Club one day and you
Yeah.
never see me again. I think that would be so cool.
I imagine your sex life is wild. All right,
Quite
guys.
the opposite.
It's because you won't do it.
Yeah.
I'm really into this thing where you just disappear forever.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's why I'm into it. She doesn't feel anything anyway. Anyway, so moving on to our final section of the podcast, which is, of course, Fail Mail. This is where you send in failures based around a certain topic that we set for you, and we get to read them out. So thank you very much to everyone who sent them in, as always. I will start, as usual, with the one sent to our official account. So this is AIDIFpod, at AIDIFpod. If you want to check us out on any social media, you can. It's right there. First one is, the question, by the way, was, what is the most unusual thing you are attracted to or find sexy?
Yeah.
First one off the bat, Ali and Tom.
Yeah.
Do you want to guess who that's from?
I don't know. My girlfriend.
Producer Phoebe.
Okay, good.
Right on the money. Which is a bit unprofessional, actually,
Yeah.
from her. So, hope you're doing well.
I'd never do that.
Yeah,
Good.
exactly.
Safe hands, Victoria.
Save
there.
hands, Victoria. The old. We've got 3 cameras there.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Just from the tone of your voice from this podcast, I think people gauge that you would not be. Victoria's not going to be chiming in with a nice comment.
Victoria will set up everything, but you do abortion jokes.
Yeah.
So that's the trade-off. So yeah,
Yeah. That's why we got him.
Phoebe will be an actual voice on abortion.
Yeah.
But one of the cameras will break 20 minutes in. So there you go. So,
Can't have it both ways.
love you, Phoebe. I hope you're doing well and you're enjoying doing acid in a field. So, working at festival. But also, guys with decent nails and moisturised hands.
I don't think that's weird. I think that's just like
Well, in
bit
some
of level of
cultures.
cleanliness. Yeah.
yeah. Guys who wipe their arseholes.
For those who couldn't see, Victoria was doing a fingering motion. So there you go.
I didn't want to do it on mic. I got
Okay.
told off for my abortion joke.
Good to have you in, Victoria.
Okay, thank you.
It's been doing that for 45 minutes.
Yes,
just
yeah.
waiting for someone to
The
pick
whole
up. Not sure how unusual, but freckles and collarbones.
Collarbone.
So I think freckles is not unusual because that's quite cute.
Yeah.
But collarbone
That
is
suggests
quite interesting.
emaciated.
Skeletal.
Yeah. Ooh, not.
Uh, Yeah. If they like cats, I feel like hardly any men do, and it's a must for me as I have two. So
yeah, okay,
that is-
fine. Yeah.
That is from a lady.
She also rhymed that answer, which is
Yeah.
great.
Oh yeah, it's like a haiku. If they like cats, I feel like hardly any men do, and it must for me as I have two.
And I may love you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I may love you. Hear me out. Garlic.
What do you mean? Is that it? Just got.
I don't know why, but I
Okay.
really don't mind if a guy has garlic breath.
Oh
Like,
no!
at all.
no! Yo, you're a wrong un. You're a
That's
wrong
from
un.
the official Pizza Express account. Yeah, garlic breath. You know what I mean? She hates Twilight. She's like, they fucking would hate it. I
man.
couldn't kiss any of those blokes.
Oh man, she's got some fantasies. That's no, what? That's disgusting. No.
How about this one? The tendons on the back of the knee that lead up into the thigh.
Oh man, that's someone has had sex near some kind of like anatomy class. Kind of.
Yeah. Fair play. This is
Cadaver.
exactly what we're asking for. So
Yeah.
that was the official AIDIF pod account. Thank you very much. Tom, what you got?
Okay, this is from an older, I say lady, but could person, who knows?
Person, they, them,
Z.
he,
Yeah.
zim.
A guy with nice arms and hands, but he must be wearing a silver watch with a dark face.
That's from someone who's only read one book, and that was 50 Shades of
It's
Grey.
great, yeah.
That's it.
That's it. Must be.
Yeah, it must be.
Must.
Wow.
I'm gonna place a bet that their dad had a silver watch.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, could be. Matching socks with glasses.
What?
Someone who wants to go out with Inspector Gadget
Yeah.
with Frink from The Simpsons. Someone said craziness. I think that's fair enough. Yeah. People were into that. This is just what they've said. Love small earlobes.
Okay. Okay.
Creepy. This is sort of-
Yeah. Admitting they were wrong. Find it weirdly attractive. Yeah.
Weirdly
I feel like,
attractive.
I don't know if that's weirdly. I think there's something more about you.
I find it weird when they like care about me and listen.
Whoa.
This is from my housemate. This is to get a sense of the person.
Mm.
When they acknowledge me.
Oh, that's sad. That is sad.
On the way out, he said, "Bye, Ali," and I just closed the door.
Get out of that. Not that weird, but nice bed sheets. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, fair. For some reason, I seem to be drawn to big ears. They've gone brackets within reason. Not too big. I'm not a monster.
Freaky.
Yeah, not going out with Dumbo.
Yeah.
I love big ears.
Yeah, you like big ears.
I'm into big ears.
Big ears on a lady.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, sort
Big
of
fan of
Dobby
big ears.
fetish. sort of
Why?
thing.
Yeah. What's
I was.
What is it about them?
I don't know if this is why, but I was well into Dumbo when I was a kid.
Yeah, okay, there you go. So that's you you're obviously in a happy relationship, but for years were you going up to girls being like, I like elephants and I like you.
But
you remind me of an elephant. Actually,
my girlfriend has small ears.
Ah.
She gets quite insecure about it.
you make up surgery.
Ears are too
You,
small.
you want to get an ear job, love?
Yeah, you ears small in. What are you, a ferret?
Someone just put cleaners.
That's
what I'm into.
That's from Giles, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know what? I know you're not supposed to below your class, but some of the staff around here,
Pretty
they've got a
fit.
bit about them.
Yeah. Someone else is a bit of a jibe at me. Well-defined calves. So,
Ooh, that's a bit personal.
see how it is. It's all right.
Don't worry, someone else is coming on mine. Pencil legs. No, they haven't. No one said that. Chest hair. That does divide people, I think. Some people
Yeah.
A good moustache, some people have said. I was having the discussion with my friend, a couple of friends who are South Asian heritage. Yeah, whatever. I've got a diverse group of people in my life. And we were talking about the moustache, and they were saying, look, the moustache is in fashion, but it's for white people. It's all well and good for a white person down Hackney, a white man down Hackney to have a moustache and look cool. But I can't grow a moustache without looking like an uncle or an Uber driver. That's what they was. That was their view. So maybe if someone thinks some similar things, but that's what they was. And I sort of was like, well, fair, well, I think you
Fair
should
enough.
see what happens.
Fair enough.
A bloke who can cook and clean. I mean, I think that's pretty good as well. Boys with great syntax on their speech.
That is niche.
What do you even mean by that? Like when someone ends their sentences correctly
Yeah.
and then goes on to the next one. Is that what you mean?
The smell of axe and cigarette smoke. Axe,
Axe, yeah, the
links, yeah.
Links and cigarettes.
Links and
Someone who's still trying to
12.
date 15-year-olds. Yeah. You're up to 12. I was like 15. Well, 15 using links, but me. Women with a lisp.
We're living with a lisp.
Yeah.
That's
Okay. Fair enough. That's from Susan Sarandon.
Some guy just put a really thin wrist. really, really thin.
Okay.
Little wrist.
Weak.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Fair enough. Masks and helmets.
Yes.
It's been a great couple of years for them.
Okay, so think like topless guy wearing a motorbike helmet.
Okay.
That's their vibe.
Oh,
So
I like
doesn't
it.
want to know the person, just faceless buff, faceless
Stripper. That's a stripper
yeah,
vibe.
stripper. Yeah,
Stripper vibe.
They were definitely having sex with Top Gear on in the background.
Yeah. How many answers were gingers? Someone just said. Well, none so far. So
I got none either. No, looking like zero.
it must be not unusual then.
Yeah.
I'd say.
Historical knowledge. Good historical knowledge.
Someone just whispered into your ear. I want to fuck you behind that 1752 viaduct that was put in there by the.
Oh, I'll take you on a trip to Hastings.
Exactly,
You will
yeah.
love it.
Yeah. Belly buttons.
Okay.
Ulster accents.
Ulster.
Yeah.
That's me,
playing
so
in
it is.
Vittorio in. Something about flirty talk from someone who treats bomb scares as an inconvenience. That's what they've said.
Well, I hope you've enjoyed.
Someone who votes Labour.
Unusual.
Yeah, it's
That is your
unusually
followers.
sexy.
That's your followers. Yeah. I know.
Bit of a bloody twist, actually. Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? They're better in the bedroom. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Obviously, I couldn't bring one home to mother, but. Big nosed guys, and then in brackets, like Ibrahimovic.
Okay. Big nose dudes.
You'll like this one, Vittorio. Martin Clunes' protruding ears.
Oh.
Someone said you, which is a couple of people said that, but then they've said no, I'm joking. That's mean. So
I had a few you. There was a fair few of you. Someone put Josh Widdicombe. It's like weird, sexy crush.
Yeah. Okay. What's the deal with that?
Oh.
I got someone attracted to me. I mean, what? What is that about? They said, I want to have sex. Gentlemen nowadays, because they're very unusual. Someone's getting political.
Yeah.
Someone said blue sky, believe it or not. So they just wake up on a summer day, see the sky, and fucking hell.
Yeah, this is. I like it when someone put the smell of chlorine after swimming pool. What? Oh, that
Got
gets
some
me.
psychopaths.
Gets me going. That is.
And then final one up from me, crooked teeth. And then they've said, but brackets, in a specific form. Move that one there. They go pay $2,000 to get the dentist in the way
It's like
they
a
like
beautiful piece of art. It's like Picasso.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
what
yeah.
they're after.
Yeah.
That was basically it.
I got asked this question though by my, because I said to my girlfriend doing this is what the question's going to be, and she said, well, what unusual things are you attracted to? And I said, might be unusual, but I like a feminist. Someone who
Weird, because I said arseless chaps. So.
no, unusual.
Yeah.
I was thinking what's unusual, but I couldn't really. I don't think I have anything very specific. You know what I like? It depends. Doesn't matter what they look like. If I see them doing their job well. If I see someone.
Only you would say that.
Yeah.
That was the most like to the rules thing I've ever heard of.
If I see someone doing their job really well, and I'm like, yeah, fair. That's quite hot. Like efficiently, competently.
Just doing spreadsheets, just nailing
Like if they're
it.
really smashing out those spreadsheets, I'm like,
That gets your pulse rate.
yeah.
Wow. Doing your job well.
And also when someone disappears from my life.
Yeah, perfect.
What about yourself? Do you have any, Tom?
Strange things.
I know it's weird, but like I don't mind if they're an 8 out of 10. Like that's okay.
Take 7. What do I find?
It's a tough question because I've never. I think I'm quite basic in terms of what I like physically. I don't think there's any sort of curveballs in that.
What you?
Big fat tool.
Yeah. Big fat buzzies.
No, but just was stereotypically sort of conventionally.
It's like fit bird, yeah.
Fit birds.
birds.
I don't really have a. sort of like, oh, I like or when their toes are fucking crossed or whatever that shit is, or like, you know, stuff we were getting there.
Yeah.
But
I'm just trying to think. It's like a weird thing. I mean, I hate. No, I don't want to. I don't like really skinny girls. Like, can't do it.
I agree with you.
I really can't do.
But when we were growing up, that was in fashion. The sort of Kate Moss size zeros shit. But that's a turn off. I feel like. But this is the thing. I've controversially. I'm not. I don't. I have a thing for like Zendaya, something like that, Zendaya, whatever. Zendaya, whatever.
Right.
I think like people gas over her. I'm like, she's beautiful in the face, but she
She's
looks
too
like
thin.
She looks. It's like she's, you know, this 12-year-old boy. Like that's how I feel.
Yeah.
Obviously, she's more attractive than I will ever be, but that's so not my type. That's what. When everyone was like going over her, I was like, okay, that's what I don't like. Then
Yeah, I'm not into the slender. You don't want to look like you're gonna break them. That's you don't want to break them. You know,
all right, mate. You know what? I need someone who can fucking take it. Terrible, laddie chat.
Oh.
Terrible laddie chat.
Look what you've done to us, Vittorio. Go on.
But it's funny. I think that's a fashion thing though, because the Kardashians came in and made big and curvy
Better.
Yeah, from like that turn from the noughties to the tens.
I think it was Baby Got Back.
No, it was not.
I like big butts. Yeah.
Yeah, but that was.
Beyonce helped.
But
Yeah.
Beyonce helped as well. But that was a whole song
They
about
walked
how
so the
crazy.
Kardashians could run.
Yeah,
Okay.
that was a whole song about how crazy it is to like big butts.
I like
His
big-
whole thing was, I don't care what people say. I like big butts, and I cannot lie.
Cisco Thong Song. as
Thong
well.
Song.
That's
Thong
got to be
Song.
in there.
Have you ever read about how he came up with that song?
What? No, but I'm sure it's ridiculous.
It's honestly just as you'd imagine it. He just saw a woman with a thong and he's like, damn, what's that? And she was like, it's called a thong. And he's like, God. And then he's like, and I was thinking about it for days. I was like, and then I just had to get it out creatively in a song. And that's all it is. There's no sort of like higher meaning of anything. He literally was just like, let me see that song, baby.
Such a tune, though.
Oh, mate, when he comes in, how emotional it is when he goes, baby, that thong. That's all it is.
I'm going to get pulled for copyright because of that.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
It's too close to the original. So.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, all right, okay. So, yeah, weird fetishes. Victoria's with the ears.
Victoria, you got big
ears. We got with the big. I got with the.
birds.
I like the.
I'm
the
into-
bigger. I like the bigger, the better.
I'm into feminists.
Feminists and being abandoned.
Feminists. yeah, sort of Scorsese. No, yeah. I like a sort of a M. Night Shyamalan plot twist. That's what gets me going. When I think I'm dating someone, it turns out to be me in a wig.
Right. Staring in the mirror the whole
That's
time.
the best sex I've ever had.
It's actually Daniel Day-Lewis preparing for a role.
Yeah, I didn't realise who it
Have
was.
you not seen his sketches? What do you mean?
Exactly. But that's it. But look, bless you. Whatever it is, go for it, man. Go enjoy yourself. There's no right way to look. There's no. There's conventional and attractive, but that changes with the time, as we've seen. We've just discussed.
Whatever you're into, as
Whatever
long as
you're
it's legal, we're there for it.
Songs.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
As long as it's legal. Please remember that, because
Well, that's not
there
our.
was quite a few of these we couldn't read. So.
When they don't know you're looking at them.
Just being in the woman's toilet. What's
Yeah.
the problem?
When they're on the lunch break.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much, everyone, for listening
Thank
to
you.
another episode of All I Do Is Fail. We could not do it without you. If you want an extra episode a week, you can donate to our Patreon, patreon.com/AIDIF Vittorio, thank you for producing.
Thanks for having me.
A long time since we had a producer
Yeah.
who wasn't Phoebe or Luke's in the studio. Anything you'd like to plug, Vittorio?
If you're in Edinburgh, come along to my show. That'd be nice. But only if you liked some of my contributions today.
I'm sure they will. I'm sure they will.
This was me on kind of easy mode.
And and you can. It's called Translations. Full title: Translations Roe versus Wade should never come into existence. And Tom, you got anything to plug?
Oh, just follow me at all good social media platforms, please. At Tom Elwes. You can follow me at all the spaces if you want to see. If you want to see me do some great sketches and plug an amazing brand like Head and Shoulders. There you go.
And obviously, you can find me Allywoods Gigs on all social media platforms. I've not got loads of previews left, so if you want to come to any, check out my website allywoodsgigs.com and then /gigs. And then you can find them there. Also, if you want to tell your mates to follow me on Instagram, I'm trying to get up to 100k, and I'm starting to move into the sort of
If he gets there,
final
what are you
stretch.
going to do?
I'm on.
Give him something.
I'm on 1,300 at the moment. I need to. I have a thing. Have you got any things to say?
It's going to be doing a naked podcast, 100%.
Naked podcast.
That'll be $1 million. If this podcast gets to 100k followers on.
No, it needs to be monetary value. We need 10k, £10,000 on Patreon.
On Instagram, not TikTok, but Instagram. If this gets to 100k, we will. I don't know. We'll do a naked podcast.
Well, fuck.
Yeah.
Right.
You can pay for it on OnlyFans at AIDIF Pod.
Thank you very much for listening. We hope you have a wonderful week. We'll see you next time. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.